The use of the MakeyMakey has a lot of potential in the realm of physical rehabilitation. Patients can benefit from this tool if it is used as a safety sensor for fall prevention. I made a program there in Scratch. It's going to be an alarm system. So I connected electrodes to my body like that. Connected to the MakeyMakey. It's on now. So watch, for example, if a patient stands up and disconnects the sensor, let's see what happens. An alarm is set off. If it's put back on, or even if I just touch it, see it just stops. So again, let's take off one of the electrodes. Danger. So the caregiver or the staff members are alerted to the patient standing up from bed or from the wheelchair. So this is a really simple alarm system that caregivers can use at home or at a skilled nursing facility. I mean, it's still in its early stages. I still have to perfect this, but again, danger, safety zone. Patient stands up, danger, an alarm is set off. I'm going to use the MakeyMakey as part of a communication board. This program, I use Scratch too, is intended for the patient who has a stroke. So one of their sides, one arm might not be working, and they might not be able to express themselves verbally. So in order for them to communicate to their needs to the caregiver, they might benefit from using a communication board. So I am using coins here for the controls, and here an electrode for neuromuscular electrostim. I'm going to put it on the skin. And I have icons here to communicate what they need. Showering, going to the toilet, eating, drinking, going to the wheelchair, going back to bed, putting on clothes, no and yes. So for example, they will want to communicate to the caregiver, I want a drink. So they can move the cursor up to the upper right icon. Oops, overshoot. Hit click.
I am thirsty.
So it plays I am thirsty. Now the patient wants to communicate, I want to go on the wheelchair. So they're going to hit this, they're going to move the cursor. I'm going to show the next application of MakeyMakey, and it's going to be as a jukebox. My intended audience is people with early Alzheimer's dementia. So what's going to happen is that during certain periods of the day, they might be agitated, and so it might be a good idea to have a relaxing program for them. So here I have some icons, some really nice landscapes and cityscapes. If you press that, it's going to play relaxing music. Here are the controls. I used aluminum foil this time. I like metal with my controls. And then again, the electrode for electric stem to be placed on the skin, so it's easy, it doesn't fall off. So for example, I can ask the patient to click on the desert icon. What they can do is actually just press on it, and then up to the upper right, and then click. Plays nice music like that. I can ask the patient to click on the river icon. the mountain icon. So if they press click, it will automatically stop the previous music and play the new one. And then now the cityscape. And now, okay, this program was made for people with early Alzheimer's. I think that people with early Alzheimer's can be trained to use simple controls. So if we teach them controls at the early Alzheimer's stage, they might be able to use that once the disease progresses further. So I hope you like this program too. The next application I want to show you is the MakeyMakey drum machine. It's an existing program, but I can use it for rehab purposes. What happens is I can ask people to do fine motor exercises, finger isolation exercises, which means the fingers can be separated from each other. They have different functions or actions from each other. So I can ask somebody with your pointer finger, hit the symbols 10 times with your pointer finger. Okay, so they will use their pointer finger and hit it 10 times. It also allows for visual scanning. And also eye scanning, yeah, visual scanning. I used keys for switches this time. I discovered they're not as good as the aluminum foil, but it actually works. Next, I can ask them the black drum. Hit it 4 times with your ring finger. So 2, 3, 4. Or I can ask, hit the space button 10 times with your pinky, your fifth digit. So as you can see, space I mean. So I can ask them to individually isolate fingers to exercise. Oh, that's not it. Okay, so that's another application of MakeyMakey is for fine motor coordination, visual scanning, also finger isolation exercises, and also motor planning or praxis. So there are a lot of components that can be evaluated when somebody uses this. So I really see the potential of MakeyMakey in rehab, and I plan to use this with some of my patients or clients. I hope you enjoyed this demonstration.